Alright guys, welcome aboard. We're going to continue our trek westward. In the last flight, we ended up over here in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. And I thought we'd go see some interesting scenery, head up sort of northwest over to Ohio, I believe it is, and it's Burke Lakefront Airport. Let me bring up the chart over here. There's some interesting weather we're going to have along the way here. Zoom out a little bit there. There we go. Now you can see the entire route. Here we are in Johnstown, and we're going to do a straight shot through some of this weather here and end up right over here in just outside of Cleveland. Actually, well, it's called Cleveland, but I guess it's on here. It's the Burke Lakefront Airport. So let's jump in the plane. Let's not dilly-dally here. I'm going to adjust the time as we go. You know, right now it's sunset in real life there, but or just after sunset. But we're gonna adjust it because I've got ortho throughout the entire route. I get 12 gigs. I couldn't believe it was like 6 squares, 12 gigs of ortho, which I thought was kind of a lot. So I don't know. We'll see what it looks like here. Let's get the old DA fired up over here. We'll get our fuel on. And I already turned down the other sounds there. Let's see what else we got to do here. All right, we'll get our master on. Fuel pumps on. Engine master's on. Let's not dilly-dally over here. Get fired up, get on our way. Let's get our taxi light on. Get our avionics on, and we're probably going to have some icing and things like that. So let's see how that goes. All right, we're sitting on a ramp over here. I'm not quite sure what the weather is, so let's pull up the ATIS. And the ATIS frequency over here is 118.325. I might have it in here already. Nope. 118.325.
John Murtha, Johnstown, Cambria. Co-information Oscar. 2000 Zulu weather. Wind 250 at 8. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 4,700 few, 31,000 broken. Temperature 11. Dew point 4. Altimeter 2965. Arriving runway 33, departing runway 33. Advise on initial contact. You have Oscar.
Alright, we got Oscar. Going to be taking off runway 33. Altimeter setting is set. Let's jump in here and see what we got for alerts. We're going to go direct. We're going to clear that out. Direct. Now we screw around with this. Alright, there we go. And we're going to go K, what's the identifier? BKL. BKL. There we go. Burke Lakefront. Enter. Activate. Alright, and away we go. We got that all set up. Let's see what else we got to do here. Make sure our alternators are on. For some reason, I don't know, they always seem to be on by default, at least in my plane. Alright, let's set our trim tab over here for takeoff, figure out where runway 33 is. So, we're sitting here. Unfortunately, I don't give you the runway numbers on here, but you can look at my other screen, runway 33. Opposite end down here, so we'll take a right out of here, and it looks like taxi down this way. Yeah, take a right out of here, come around here, cross that runway, and then come up to runway 33. Alright, off we go. Parking brake off. Let's see, we're going to go to the end here and then take a right. So our weather is updating. sock looks menacing there a little bit. We'll put our strobes on for crossing over the runway here. Make sure everything's clear. This wind's feeling strong. Gotta put in a lot of rudder just to correct for it here. Taking off runway 33, that looks like it's going to be a crosswind. Probably would have been better taking off from that other runway there. Where it was. Oh well, we'll make do. And we won't take the whole runway, we'll go right down to the intersection here and take off from there. So let's go flap set for takeoff. Get our landing light on. As far down to the runway here as we can from this intersection. All right, let's spin it around here. All right, I think we're ready to go. Power up. And there's 75. Let's go ahead and rotate. Positive brake gear up. Gonna turn onto our course here too. Go ahead and power back 90%. Looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a headwind here. Let's go flaps up. And as far as altitude is gonna go, kind of heading westerly here. So let's pick an altitude. What do we got? Let's do 4,500 right now to start out at. Alright, let's hit the autopilot. Jolt there. We'll go over and let's select nav and yaw dampener, and let's go vertical speed. Alright, engine instruments look good. Let's zoom this out a little bit. Surprising that we don't have a lot of turbulence again. And I understand it's a bit cold. Let's turn this down a bit. It's a bit cold out this part of the world. So I'm going to go ahead and put my pitot heat on, since we're going to be getting into some weather here. Double check to make sure that the weather's looking good. And there's our cruise altitude already. Not going to go too high. We'll adjust this as we go. Look at that sunset, looking pretty. Get some tunes going here. Not too loud. Alright, so the landing light off, Taxi light off, position and strobe will stay on. So let's see what we got here for flight time. We're looking like just under an hour here. We're still speeding up a little bit. And we've got 143 miles to go, so we'll have to figure out something to do here. Watch that sunset. Let's take a look at our co-pilot view here. If you watch my other video, the one prior to this, I set up some views in the last leg. And like I said, we'll adjust the time of day here too, to keep us sort of in a sunset view the whole flight here. Let's go ahead and pull up the actual weather again, and we'll take a look at some of the stations along the route here. So we're going to get into some weather here. Let me bring this on screen. Alright, so off we are, just took off from here, and looks like we're going to be getting into some good stuff over here. We'll see how that shows up, but taking a look at some of the observations, it looks like, what's this, Indiana Stewart's got few at 5,500, few 65, let's see what else we got along the route here that's reporting anything. Few at 5, broken 65 down there. We're gonna pretty much fly right over this station. This one's got scattered. Ooh, they got thunderstorms and moderate rain. Scattered at 35, broken at 48. So we might have to see what this looks like as we come up to it, and then adjust our altitude. Probably not going to try to deviate from the course at all. Again, few 65 it looks like. A lot of thunderstorms passing through the area here. What are the temperatures? I didn't even take note of the temperatures there. Actually pretty warm. Wow. 9 degrees. And then our destination, it's got light rain, broken 45, broken 55, overcast 7. And what was their temp there? 6. Wow. So I guess they warmed up since yesterday, because I was kind of playing around trying to scope out the route a little bit, and I was getting icing on the wings here. What are we showing for temp? Let's see. Where's our temp? Where's our temp? There's the time. Here we go. 6 or 7 Celsius. Okay. I'll go with that. Let's jump in here and set a few things up too. Might as well go transponder, VFR transponder on altitude. And go ahead and put our DME, and I like to have all my bearings and stuff up. Oops, sorry, it left the map up there. I keep forgetting to do that. Take that off. And again, let's adjust that a little bit. Actually, let's bring it up a little bit and just take a look at some of the scenery here while we're still visual. Unfortunately, pretty hazy. I like flying in that sunset. Let's bring that sun down a little more. About right there for now. I think we can go a little bit higher. Why don't we go up to like 6,500? Let's go, I mean, these buttons are so hard to see. Alright, vertical speed, let's go up 700 foot per minute. get a little closer to some of these cloud decks, and we'll see what it looks like as we keep on going here. I double check my weather just to make sure it's getting injected. Yep, okay. I'll see if we can clear out some of the haze here with our ultra weather settings here. And we're going to turn that off and let's bring that down a little bit. Try to get it at 0. There we go. It's a little better. Alright, so as we climb out here, I think we're all stable inside the plane. Yep, everything looking good. I'll let you watch the sunset go by here as we leave Pennsylvania, head for Ohio. I'm going to go fill up my coffee cup, be right back. Alright, back in time. Looks like we're getting into some of the weather here. Got a little turbulence finally. Watching that nice sunset. So I guess I'm guessing this warm weather over here in Pennsylvania, Ohio is pretty warm for them. It's finally a toasty, and what was it, 79 degrees today in Southern California. So I actually got my doors opened up. Didn't have to put the heat on. And the one thing I don't like is these clouds that sort of scoot away. But that's what we deal with. Let's go up a little bit higher. See if we can't get out of some of this turbulence. I think the co-pilot's getting sick in the back there. Let's go up to, well, I could go up to 8,000. I'm going to climb up a little bit closer to these clouds. Whatever, we'll just go up another 500 and see where that takes us. I'll pop that out so it It's not bouncing around on me. There we go, 7,000 is good. Come back up here, do vertical speed. Let's climb up at 500. Maybe we'll pop up above these clouds here, and it should smooth out a little bit more. Just a little bit of engine noise. Nice view of the ortho here. I guess we could bring up the lights a little bit, huh? I don't know, I like the sunset view. Alright, let's go up another 1,000 here, so we'll bring it up to 8,500. See if we can't pop out of this this turbulence here. Might get into some of the clouds here. As this stuff here looks like it's at our altitude. Okay, let's go fuel pumps off. An eye on our temps here. We're at 0 as we pop into some clouds. Yeah, we're at 0, so let's go ahead and put on some anti-icing to normal, just in case we start getting some icing. Just in time. Looks like we're getting some of that precip here. There we go. Pretty neat how the weather effect works. Actually seeing the sun popping in and out a little bit there. Look at that, that looks gorgeous, perfect. Might have to climb up a little bit higher to get out of this precip. Got my new co-pilot view here. Nice bumpy ride through, I'm not sure if we crossed the border anywhere yet. No, we're just coming up to Pittsburgh, I think. Yep. I think I could watch the sunset the whole flight. Let's see, we're at our altitude now, a couple hundred feet. We might have to climb a little bit higher here. It's gonna be a bumpy flight the whole way. Here, let's do this. Let's go up to 10,500. And we'll Go vertical speed up 500 feet per minute. There we go. Looks like we are right in the thick of it here. Yeah, temperature looks like it's a minus 4. Hard to tell in a bouncing cockpit here. Fasten your seatbelts. Might be going through some of that lightning thunderstorms in the area. Oop. Oh, no, thought that was lightning for a minute. No, we're in solid clouds here, so let's turn the strobes off. And actually, let's take a look at the local altimeter setting here, somewhere right around our route. It looks like it's 2960. What do we have set here? 2965, so let's go ahead and change that. See if we can climb through some of this weather. Might have to actually go up a little bit higher. Like another 1,200 feet to go. Let's see, I'll try to demonstrate the icing on this plane. So I'm going to turn off our anti-icing. Keep an eye right over here on the wing, and all of a sudden you'll see it pop in, and we'll get some icing in this precip and temperature, hopefully. Give it a minute. I'm still trying to climb out to 10,500. I'm going to bring the engine power up a little bit. And I'm unable to bring the engine power up a little bit. Let's go ahead and put our icing on, see if we got any. Nope. Get our strobes back on. Let's go ahead and put some lights on in the cockpit here. It's starting to get a little dark. There we go. So I'm not getting any more, can't go above 71% here. I wonder if I'm getting some icing. We got fuel, coolant, temperature, everything else is in the green here. Heato heat's on. Got our defroster on. Let's crank that up. Cabin heat, let's put that up. Go ahead and put my auxiliary simulate simultaneous use only. I'm not sure what that is. I'm guessing that's fuel. Bump up our fuel flow here. Left-hand fuel transfer. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We got all our fuel pumps on. Kind of having a hard time getting the engines up above 72% here, which is interesting. No indicators that anything else is wrong, other than we might have some prop icing. And I don't think we have de-icing. This is all wing icing. Go to high. High, I said. There we go. Not sure how the de-icing works on the props, or if this plane even has it. That seems to be wing de-icing. Like I said, I flew before and got a little bit of icing on the wings. And we're at 10,500 feet. Let's go ahead and let's go get some oxygen on, which I think is like that. How's our engine power? Yeah, stuck at 68. Interesting. Fuel flow is the same. Everything else is good. Fuel temperature is good. I'm guessing it's icing on the props. And maybe this airplane is not equipped with engine icing or de-icing. Let's bring that sun up a little bit more. There we go. So we should kind of break out of some of this stuff as we get past Pittsburgh right here. Yeah, definitely. Look at it. We're only at 128, 129 on the airspeed. That strobe off. And we're at -7. I think what I'm going to do is try to climb. We could climb up, but being that this is sort of thunderstorm activity, it's only going to get colder as we go. And the tops are going to be pretty high, so let's go ahead and let's try climbing back down, since our engine power is going lower and lower here. Let's get back down to let's call 6,500, and we'll go vertical speed, nose down, go down 1,000 feet per minute. Let's get down out of this this icing. We're only at 44% power now. Let's go down a little bit quicker. Starting to get a little brighter out there. Temperature's starting to warm up. We're at -3 now. Might get a little bit more bumpier, but hopefully we get some of that icing off of our props. There we go. Yeah, it looks like our RPM starting to, or percentage at least, is starting to come back up. I have it all the way to the wall, the throttle right now. You can see down here, so that's idle and that's full. Yeah, we're only getting 45%. Temperature is -1 and we got about 800 feet to go. At least we can see the sunset again. There we go. Got out of that precip. It's a little bit of it here still. Alright, we're at positive. There we go, we can actually see it. There we go, positive 1C. Let's see if our RPM starts coming back up as we lose some of this icing. Well, I think we'd either have to get rid of the icing on the props and then do a pretty quick ascent if we were going to go up above it. If that's the case even. I'm not even sure. But power's coming up. We're at 68. Go ahead and turn off our oxygen. It's starting to come up 76% now. Let it come up and then throttle back to about 90% for a cruise. Got a good headwind here for us too, showing it it's about 14 knot component headwind, and still got about 33 minutes to go. That was a fun little excursion into the ice. Alright, there's our altitude. Let's go ahead and throttle back here a little bit. And I think that's normal. Let me see. There we go. That's okay, we can enjoy the view down here anyway, even if it is a little bumpy. Play with the sunset. Actually, I want to see some of the scenery since I loaded 12 gigs of ortho on here. How much farther we got? We got 73 miles to go. We're just past Pittsburgh. Like I said, even though we descended down, it looked on the radar like most of it was just to the east of Pittsburgh, kind of right where we were. Might be a few other showers that we come through, and then it's starting to look not that great over at the lakefront. Here, let me show you the radar. There's our destination right there, and then we got this big glob of stuff coming in. generally moving to the east, to the right. And there's Pittsburgh. We're someplace right out of here, just kind of in this clearing. Right, actually I think we're right here. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit. And then let's pop outside and have a look around. Let's bring that sun down a bit. There it is. Some lighting on, just enough to engage the lighting there on the ground. Alright, I'm going to pop out for another break now that we're stabilized, don't got our icing going. We'll let you watch the sunset here as we cruise along in the bumpy, I guess, still Pennsylvania skies. We'll be right back. My, looks like we're back in the soup, huh? In and out here. Might have to go a little bit lower. Let that sunset. We're gonna keep it perpetual sunset here. And we're right about 0 so we still got our icing on. Let's go ahead and climb down a little bit more. We'll go to what are we at here? 6,500. Let's bring it down a little bit lower. We'll go down to 5,000. Look at airspeeds bouncing all around. So if you're sitting here in the co-pilot seat as a passenger, you can poke me in the side and say, "Can we get out of this stuff?" It would be really nice if we had radar in this plane. Now I know this thing, if we go over here and go to System, yep, Map, we got an X-RAAS, but, oh, wait a minute, look at that. It's actually picking up some X-RAAS. Doesn't look very good though. I think there's more than just that. We'll leave it on anyway. I just wanted to check my frames here. 32, acceptable, even though something's catching up there. Still got another 300 feet to go, so hopefully we can scoot underneath that layer. But if I bring up the actual route here, you can see our airport's starting to get a little sucked in. What do they got now? Broken at 4,500. So I think, where are we? Here's Pittsburgh. We're just past it, so we're probably in this stuff right here, and this is showing scattered at 7. Yeah, okay. Well, we're not seeing that. Alright, we're just coming up to this airport here, Y and Z. So let's take a look and find it on our sky vector here, Y and Z. Oop, didn't need it. Just kind of off to the side of our track here. There it is, Y and Z. So we're right about here, maybe in this stuff right over here. There's Y and Z, and they are showing some gusty winds. Light rain, few at 1,800, broken at 3,300. That's kind of what we're seeing. Alright, I think fuel pumps can come off here. Off. It's so bumpy in here, I'm having trouble clicking on stuff. Yeah, so there's 5,000. Let's go down a little bit more. We'll get out of this soup. Let's go down to 4,500. See if we can get down below it. There we go. Still in the rain, but that cloud deck's looking lower and lower up ahead. Oop, I'm playing with the time again. Let's bring the sun up again. Well, if you watched my other video, you saw I was screwing around with my weather injector to see. It didn't seem like I was getting a lot of turbulence in any of my flights, so I cranked it up all the way to the, you know, to the max. And I think it obliged me here. We've got our turbulence today. We got a good headwind here. What is that? 20, look at that. Look at our headwind. 27, 28 knots. Crazy. We are getting closer though, 43 miles to go. I'm guessing we're over Ohio. By now, I'm not sure where the line is, the state line from Pennsylvania to Ohio. And we do have that weather to contend with when, and it should clear up here pretty. I think we're kind of in the clear, and up ahead of us is, oh great, there we go. So Cleveland, Lakefront, is it Lakefront or Lakeside, whatever airport. So they just, their latest observation has winds 260 at 24, gusting 35. Visibility is down at 2.5 miles. Heavy rain, fog, scattered 1,400, broken ceiling at 2,200, overcast 2,800, blah blah blah. Ugh. It's looking like a mess, but I think we're gonna have to tune in the ILS 4. Let's take a look. Here, I'll bring up my map here, and as we bounce along, we'll bring up the airport diagram. Well, no, we don't want airport diagram. Wrong one. Let's go back in here. All right, there we go. Let's bring up. I think we're going to be doing the ILS 24 right. Let's bring that one up. And let's go ahead and tune our ATIS here, so if we pick that up. So that's 125.25. So I'm just going to put that on the screen here. 125.25.
Burke Lakefront information Oscar. 2100 Zulu weather. Wind 270 at 12, visibility more than 10. Rain. Sky conditions 4,500 broken, 7,500 scattered, 10,500 overcast, temperature 6, dew point 4. Altimeter 2962. Arriving runways 24 right, 24 left, departing runways 24 right, 24 left. Advise on initial contact you have Oscar.
Alright guys, we got Oscar. Let's set up a few things here. So 2962, and it's so bouncy, I'm just going to bring it up here. 2962 is set.
Burke Lakefront information Oscar.
Alright, let's turn that off. And let's bring up the approach plate again. So we got localizer is 109.75, 245 for the approach, and 2,400 for the initial approach. So 2975. Let's go ahead and set that stuff up. Come over here. Yeah, I'm gonna pop it out. Too bumpy. 109.75. There we go. Make that active. And the final approach course is gonna be, I'm just gonna set it in my heading bug here for right now, 245. There we go. Now we're 32 miles out roughly. We'll see if the weather gets any worse here as we get closer. Looks like it's getting a little smoother. Temperature's up to a +6 there. There we go. Now, finally. It got nice and smooth all of a sudden. That was a rough flight. I didn't think it was going to be that much excitement. Alright, I think we're out of the icing conditions. Let's go ahead and turn anti-icing off. Wish I had that on the engines instead of just the wings. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to come, we still got a little bit of ways to go here, we're still 28 miles out, but once we get a little bit closer, we'll turn and just go right in between, just to the west of this airport, and then turn inbound, capture the localizer there, and hopefully we can do it visually. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see if that latest observation holds true. Actually, I'm gonna bring up my weather injector and we'll take a look at it. So, what is it? What are they reporting now? They're currently reporting. Yep, still. Well, no, they're up to 4 miles now. KBKL. Here, let me bring this up again. All right, so there's the real world. 4 miles, a moderate rain, and then I'm going to bring up my weather injector here, and let's actually pull up the weather that's getting injected. KBKL, Cleveland Lakefront, and they're showing unrestricted light rain, so it might be a little bit better than what we're actually getting in real world there, because it takes time for this to update and drop it into the sim, which we'll probably do right like when we're on final. Oh, look at that sunset with the crazy cloud. Gotta love X-Plane 11. I mean, that just looks fantastic. Alright, so we're 20 miles out. Let's go ahead and get down to our altitude of 2,400. We'll go vertical speed, nose down. I could just watch that all day. Back into some chop. So there's our airport. We've got it visually. There's the other one that we're going to be going in between. So let's get set up here. So what I'm going to do is bring our heading hold over to here. We'll go to heading hold and make that slight turn. Right, I think I clicked it. There we go, heading hold. And then we're going to change our course to 245, which is the final approach course. And I'm gonna do it on here just because it's easier. Let's see, what do we want? Actually, we want CDI. There we go. 245. All right, so we're on heading hold now. Coming down at 2,400. Let's go ahead and light ourselves up here. We're going to do a flyby. Let's see how we look. And hopefully we don't get a weather update and get socked in here. Alright, I'm going to bring up our volume just a little bit. A little bit of engine noise in there. Alright, we're going to get ourselves slowed down here. Because it looks like the viz is a little bit lower there. Look at that sunset, wow. Gorgeous. Just trying to make up time for that headwind, so I kept the power in, even in the descents here. Here's a little bit of that rain coming in. Hopefully we don't have to do a full instrument approach there, because we're just going to kind of fudge it anyway. Ooh, just in time for the lights to come on. Perfect. We'll leave it right there for the approach. Look at that sunset. Wow. That's just freaking gorgeous. Alright, so our airport is right there. It sits right on the lake, as you can see over here. This guy over here, somewhere, is this one. Wherever it is. There it is. Kind of blends in with the lighting there. Alright, we're at 2,400. Let's go ahead and bring the power up a little bit here. Keep our speed up. Get ready for this approach. Into the sunset. We're going to be following the sun. Excuse me. So if you're new to the videos here, and I'll probably stream a couple of these, but I'm doing flights from the East Coast in the DA62 here all the way over to the West Coast, and we're just picking out random airports and flying to them just for the fun of it. So go ahead, hit the like button if you like this video, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, hit the bell button, that'll notify you when I post a new video. I usually try to do them, I either stream them live or post them same day or next day after I actually fly them. Oh, my sun up, come on. Yeah, I was hoping for that nice sun, but I think the visibility is going down over here. That's why all of a sudden it got a little more gray. Alright, so our airport, right there, big bright lights right there. And we're just waiting for our localizer to come alive here. Oh, wait a minute. You know where, yeah, we got it. There we go. That's good. 109.75. double checking it. 109.75, yep. We got a good crosswind here. We got 12 knots, so I'm gonna turn a little bit inbound towards the airport. It's picking out my approach music. Happy tunes for the approach. Alright, well hopefully the visibility doesn't go to crap and we should be in luck. 6 miles out right now. There's the airport right there. I think I'm going to fly it, hand fly it here, so autopilot as I speak. The visibility starts going down. And we won't hand fly it. Now we'll hand fly it. What the heck? Autopilot off. Alright. Let's go ahead and slow down here. Yep, right into the soup. Gear down. Alright, I'm gonna go flaps 1. Wait for that localizer to come in. Get ourselves slowed up. Wasn't planning on doing an actual ILS here, at least not planning to hand fly it. Alright, localizer needle is alive. Let's go ahead and start turning. Keep our power up. And we're definitely high, so let's go full flaps. Right over the localizer now, just passing through it. There we go. Not too bad. Thankfully we popped out. I didn't feel like flying at that entire ILS there. I wasn't mentally prepared. Alright, we're coming up onto the glide path now. Let's get over a little bit of that crosswind pushing us over a bit. Right into the setting sun. That's nice. Alright, we're visual here, so I'm just gonna follow the VASI lights in. Alright, gears down, 3 green, flaps are down, lights are on. Looks like we still got a little bit of rain here. Let's see if we can get on the ground before the sun sets all the way. There, I cheated a little bit. Just tap the time there. Bring that sun up just a little bit more. There we go. Oh, don't do that to me. Come on. I wanted to go into the sunset, and of course it's raining at the airport. We're a little bit low. Let's add some power here. Correct for that crosswind. It's getting darker and gloomier as we go here. What's the temperature outside? 7. Well, that would have been a fun ILS to fly, though, unexpectedly. Ooh, that wind is gusty all over the place. We got a serious crosswind here, so we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a crab. Let's get her down on the ground without scraping the wing. Come on, touchdown, baby. You can do it. That wasn't fun. Alright, let's go ahead and brake. Ooh, that's just a serious crosswind, man. What was that? It was like 17 knots. Not the prettiest landing. Oh, and now our radar is updating. Look at that. And all that good stuff. Alright, let's go strobes off, landing light off. Let's go ahead and park it over here and then do a replay of that interesting little approach. And we're actually taxiing, oops, on the runway. Let me go ahead and hit our strobes here again. I forgot we landed on the right instead of the left here. They gave us permission though. They said to taxi on 24 left. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Alright, we're gonna go park over by the tower. There we go. Now let's get the strobes off. I think we got in just before all this stuff on the radar popped into us, huh? We'll park right at the base of the tower and then do a little replay here. Welcome to Cleveland. Hit the pole. That's kind of an odd spot for the pole, huh? A nice little assortment of planes here. I think this is all just default X-plane planes. Something like that. Tower wanted to talk to us after that landing. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the parking brake. Let's jump into replay mode. Do a few replays here. Back up a little bit farther than that. And let me go ahead and get the replay music going. Alright guys, if you enjoyed that, like I said, hit the thumbs up button, hit that like button, helps with the channel, helps get the visibility on YouTube going, and subscribe if you hadn't subscribed yet. We're going to follow along here as we make our way westward, airplane by, or different airport by different airport. We'll do a couple of replays here. I'll do this one right now. And let me just bring down the volume here a little bit. That crosswind was a bit nutty. Good headwind and a good crosswind. I think I floated this thing like halfway down the runway. Trying to do the crab. There we go. Well, actually I'm doing a slip is what I'm doing right here. So I'm crabbing and then I'm moving over into a slip. And it just didn't want to come down. Not pretty. Hey, any landing you can walk away from is a good one. Lightning even, look at that. We'll do a tower view here, let's back it up a little bit more. Don't scrape that wing. I'm telling you, that was sketchy right there. Eek. Yikes. Alright, one more and we'll call it a day. Where's my tower view? There we go. Or runway end view here. Watch us hop around. Yeesh. Good thing I didn't break the landing gear on that. Well guys, until next time, take care.